Yeah, look, it's always difficult to get down to that final number. We were looking at 38 initially, but we went up to 40, but we settled on 39. And there's a lot of competition for places, a lot of very good players that have missed out in this squad, but we're delighted with the group we've got. We feel that there's players that are informed, players that are coming back from injury at the right time, and there's a good mix of experience and also fresh faces.
So when you look at the uncapped players like Alec, Hepburn, obviously he's played for England, he's now going to play for Scotland. How pleased are you to get him?
Yeah, really pleased. He's a very good player. I spoke to him about 18 months ago and had a couple of really good conversations with him. But at that time, he wasn't selected, not prepared to commit to Scotland. But he's always talked about playing for Scotland. Over the years, he used to wind up Johnny Gray saying that he would go via the sevens route and play in Olympics of sevens to make sure he was qualified for Scotland. So this has now opened up for him in the last year or two with the new law change. And I've been really impressed with him the last 2 weeks. I was down at the game, Exeter, Northampton, where he played really well off the bench. And then the weekend there, he played very well against Glasgow.
You said about some of your very good players that missed out. How difficult are those conversations to have?
They tend not to be the longest conversations because the person's getting some bad news. And as long as you give feedback on the reasons why someone's not selected, and also make sure that they know there's a way back in, the door's open. But just now, this is a group that we're working with, and we're looking forward to getting back in next week.
The World Cup was obviously a great disappointment. Gregor, was there a conscious effort on your part to freshen the squad up a little bit, or is it just the way it's panned out with your individual growth?
No, not really. I think it's a bigger squad than the World Cup squad, so you've got an opportunity to add players that weren't in the World Cup. I would say we look at this tournament as our most important tournament every year, apart from when it's World Cup year. So we're picking a squad that we believe will put us in the best position to win. There's players there that are close to their mid-30s, late 30s, who deserve to be in the squad and how they're playing. And there's a young player in Harry Paterson, a 22-year-old in the squad. So we look at every player in their own merit and what they'll do to help us win.
These new caps, realistically, what sort of chance have they got of kind of getting into your Matchday 23? We've seen you kind of try people out and they quickly disappear. Is everyone coming in with a shot of making those Matchday 23?
Yeah, look, I think everyone obviously has that opportunity. That's what selection is, and people that have been in the squad before, they continue to be there, that obviously have taken that opportunity. For some of these players, we've not seen them in our environment playing our rugby, but we believe they're very suited to that, and that's why they're in the squad.
Not named a captain as yet. Would you assume that would be Jamie? Does Jamie still need to play a bit of rugby and best enough to regain that role?
Yeah, he's got a challenge this week. I believe he's going to be fit and be available to play, which is a bonus. And he's just got to put his best foot forward in the game on Friday night. He'll be one of the favourites to be captain, but we'll leave that decision till after this weekend.
How do you view the Six Nations overall, Gregor? It's your seventh in charge. I'm sure you've gathered a lot of experience in that time. Is a post-World Cup Six Nations any different at all to a kind of regular edition?
It probably is. I think you usually get retirements at the end of a World Cup. Squads tend to change. Our one hasn't changed that much, which I believe is a real positive for us. But sometimes when squad changes, teams improve. We've just got to make sure that we are better this Six Nations than we were last Six Nations, than we were in the World Cup. The players made a lot of progress last year, and ultimately we failed in what we set out to achieve in the World Cup. But those experiences can make you better. That's what I've experienced as a coach over the years. The defeats force you to look at things around your game, around your preparation, and it's really a gift for the next stage, which is improving.
Are you over it yet, the World Cup, or does it require you to go out and win again before you can truly move
Oh yeah, and like you've got to look forward. Like we have a meeting tomorrow to process the World Cup and make sure that when we first come in contact with our players again, that we do talk about the things that we have to improve. But when we get back in that training field next week, it's all about the next game, which is Wales and Cardiff.
What will Arron Reed bring to the squad?
Real energy. He's a player that's in form. He works hard on the field, and he's got outstanding pace. In my meetings with him over the last year or two, he's someone that I believe has a growth mindset, wants feedback, can't wait to be working with an international squad, training and competing alongside the wingers we have in our squad. So yeah, we're looking forward to having him in our group.
Rory Darge has obviously been included. When do you realistically expect to have him available for selection?
We'll see. Friday there is going to be the 3-week mark from the injury, and there'll be a series of tests that get conducted then. So we'll have a clearer picture this weekend on whether he's a chance for the opening weekend or the opening 2 weekends. And let's hope that's the case.
Johnny Matthews then instead of Dave Cherry, is that more to do with Johnny's form than anything that happened at the World Cup?
Yes, of course.
Gregor, how happy are you with the way that the Finns adapted to the Super Festival and started playing England?
Yeah, he's gone really well. He's played a lot of rugby. He's played a lot of rugby over the last 5 years, so it's not affected him too much. And I think the way Bath are playing too is great for him, but he's a big reason why they're playing better this year. They've had some big games, big results. I was down there last week or the week before when they played Gloucester, and there's a great buzz around the Bath playing group, but also the supporters as well. So no, he's found a very good club to play for.
There's going to be a lot of banks of iconic names missing from this edition for various reasons. No Farrell, no Dupont, no Sexton, obviously. Lewis Rees-Zammit today announced that he's leaving Rugby. How does that change the dynamic amongst all these teams?
We'll see. I would imagine the coaches see it as an opportunity to get onto another stage of development, to win games. So we'll see. We're obviously missing a couple of very experienced players that have played a lot of rugby for us over the last few years, but that's Test rugby. It's either selection or injury that sometimes mean things change, and whoever grabs the opportunity the first couple of weekends puts themselves in a very good position to win the tournament.
DSS, obviously Wales being first up where they are under war at the moment.
Yeah, well, they had a very good World Cup. I thought their performance against Australia was outstanding. They would have been disappointed not to have got through that game against Fiji, but if they can produce the rugby they did in that Australia game, they're going to be one of the best sides in the championship.
And just actually about Hamish Watson, obviously he's been in most squads over the past few years. How difficult a decision was that not to select him?
Yeah, really difficult, and it's a reflection of the quality of back rows we have in the squad and how well they're playing, especially on the flanks. Luke Crosby's been fantastic when he's played for Edinburgh this year. Andy Christie too. Jamie obviously has covered 6 and 7, so that really weighed up against Hamish. Even though Hamish, I thought when he came back into the Edinburgh team in November, December, played really well too. But we feel the blend of our group with the flankers and the number 8s that we have in Matt, Josh and Jack, it just meant that Hamish missed out this time.
Can I just get your thoughts as anxious to the mouthguard technology is going to be used at Six Nations? What are your thoughts?
Well, I've not too many thoughts on it. I know we've got a day tomorrow to make sure everybody gets their mouth guards fitted. If it's something that can protect our players and is a positive step in that direction, then yeah, it'll be a great idea. But obviously it's the first time we've trialled it, so let's see how it goes in this tournament. Thank you.